Monkey D. Dragon shocking death. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Monkey D. Dragon is one of the most loved characters in the entire story. Well, actually, to keep it 100, Monkey D. Dragon hasn't really been in the story that much. So for him to be one of the most loved is kind of, let's be honest, that is a shocking thing about this whole video. But Monkey D. Dragon, in my opinion, is probably the most built up character of all time. Not just in One Piece, in fiction, bro. Like, this guy's been built up for so long. And like, I know Shanks has been built up for a long time, but we've seen things from Shanks. We've seen nothing from Monkey D. Dragon. Like, nothing. Like, we've seen maybe a little bit of teasers, but come on, like, we need more, honestly. And since his debut in Locktown, where he saved his son Monkey D. Luffy, a pirate, that's fine too. I love that moment where he's pretty much letting Luffy go on his journey. Or in post Enies Lobby, where Dragon's father reveals who he is, the revolutionary, most wanted man in the entire world, and Luffy's father. I'll be honest here, I've been thinking his demise is going to happen in this story. We're not going to see Dragon live out to the end of the last chapter of One Piece, in my opinion. I believe he will have a death in the story that is one of the most impacted deaths, not just in One Piece, but in fiction. Like, honestly, not just in anime, manga, in fiction. So today I will discuss the possibility of Monkey D. Dragon being killed, honestly, because I'll be honest, if he dies, it's not gonna be some illness. He's gonna get killed. And I'm gonna give you the final thing I say in this video is what I truly 100% believe in, but I'm gonna throw some things in the air and see what you guys think. So let's just talk about Monkey D. Dragon's death. Let's just get to it. Now, of course, a lot of people have come to me. I've been making One Piece videos since 2016. Actually, I've been making One Piece videos since 2015, if you keep it 100. So that's around 4 years. And the 4 years I've been making One Piece videos, a lot of people like to tell me Akainu had this weird obsession for Luffy being Dragon's son. And they feel like there's some sort of history between Akainu and Dragon that might cause for a Akainu versus Dragon moment where, let's be honest here, Akainu has the most impactful death, and he's involved in the two most impactful deaths in the story. Of course, Akainu versus Whitebeard. He didn't kill Whitebeard, but he was pretty much the major reason why Whitebeard wasn't gonna live. And then, of course, his killing Ace, Luffy's brother. So if Akainu kills Ace and then he kills Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's father, that's just war for Luffy and Sabo, yo. Like, Sabo, of course, Sabo has a father, but his father figure is Monkey D. Dragon. Like, that's who raised him as from the age of like already 10 years old to like how old he is right now. So definitely want to say, for Akainu to take out Ace and then Dragon would just make Sabo and Luffy against Akainu even stronger than it already is because of what happened in Marineford. But personally, I disagree. I do not think that Akainu will take out Dragon. I feel like that's just overkill, giving Akainu too much hype for him to take out Ace, have a big part in taking out Whitebeard, and then taking out Dragon. Like, let's be honest, I know Ichiro, the man who made One Piece, did say that Akainu could get the One Piece in 1 year if he was a main character, but we gotta slow the roll when it comes to the hype of Akainu. I think he's a top tier, but I don't want to give him that pretty much satisfaction of taking Dragon. So I heavily disagree with Akainu killing Dragon. I heavily disagree. Now, of course, the one that's pretty obvious, which a lot of people like to talk about, it's not really that popular, but a lot of people think it's common sense, that is Dragon versus the Gorosei. They feel like Dragon will fight the Gorosei because he's going strictly against the world government. And who runs the world government? It's the Gorosei. But we've seen in the recent chapters them bowing down to even stronger authority, which shocked the entire One Piece fanbase. The Reverie arc was an amazing arc because of the shocks and the twist. But definitely, people think the Gorosei might have a thing to do with Dragon's death, in a situation where a lot of people see the Gorosei at the end of the story having moments where like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, all the Pirate King's top tiers fighting the Gorosei, or a situation where Luffy and like Sabo, I'm not too sure, but a lot of people feel like the Gorosei, the 5 members of the Gorosei are going to fight 5 extremely powerful characters at the end of the story. But what something people have not talked about is, what if Monkey D. Dragon takes on all 5 of the Gorosei by himself? That might be reminiscence to Naruto when Jiraiya took on Pain, and Pain had the 6 pains, of course, which was incredible. Like, seeing Jiraiya take on the 6 pains without any knowledge, to see a moment where Dragon takes on the 5 Gorosei members, and then maybe takes out 2 of them, maybe takes out 3 of them and leaves 2 left. That would make Dragon look so badass, make him look so hype, make him look so powerful, while making the Gorosei pure hype. It would just be an epic moment. We know Dragon's going strictly against the world government, so personally, a Dragon versus Gorosei death is something that I actually would love to see, guys. Like, that's a death which I think would be epic, amazing, and all sorts of fun. So many people believe, like, how could you say a death is fun? Like, badass deaths, in my opinion, are super cool. Like, Whitebeard's death was so epic, it was so greatness, no damage on his back. Of course, the actual act of Blackbeard Pirates killing him did hurt me a little bit, but to see him standing after all that damage, much. Just the background music in the anime was so epic. So I feel like Dragon taking on the 5 Gorosei, it actually is gonna be a cool badass death if it does take place like that. Now, throwing one unpopular opinion out there is of course the whole situation of people believing it's gonna be like a Star Wars Anakin versus Luke, Luffy versus Dragon situation. Now personally, I disagree heavily. I think that Shanks versus Luffy has more precedence than Luffy versus Dragon, though I disagree with both speculations. I don't think that Luffy will fight Shanks. No, I don't think Luffy will kill Shanks or kill Dragon. I think that just doesn't make sense. They all 3 of these guys seem to be good guys, even though there's some doubts with Shanks. I feel like all 3 of these guys are good at heart, so they might be going about it different ways, like all 3 of them are, but still I feel like they all have similar agendas in my opinion, with a little differences. Like they all believe in the same rhetoric in a sense. So to see Dragon and Luffy, and then Luffy kills Dragon, I just don't, it doesn't make sense. Dragon wasn't even there for Luffy, and Luffy doesn't really have any saltiness towards that, unless Dragon does something very, very treacherous, maybe then, but still I disagree, and that's why I'm not going to really talk about this really that much, because Luffy vs Dragon, Luffy killing Dragon, I know the thumbnail looks cool if Luffy put a sword through Dragon and then has a moment with Dragon on some Itachi Sasuke stuff, but I just don't see that happening, guys. I just don't. Now, one of Dragon's most impactful moments post time skip that we have never seen yet, which I hope to see, is Marshall D. Teach and the Blackbeard Pirates having involvement with Monkey D. Dragon. Of course, it all started with Sabo and Jesus Burgess, but it led to Blackbeard trying to take weapons from Baltigo, and then CP0 was involved, and of course, many people believe, what if this leader CP0 takes out Dragon? Well, also up speculation is Marshall D. Teach takes out Dragon. If Blackbeard takes out Dragon, that might fuel Luffy even more. If Luffy and Dragon have a relationship and then Blackbeard takes him out, we know Blackbeard is on the move, seeing the recent stuff, and Blackbeard is gonna have to rise up in power, and taking out Dragon would definitely be a rise up in power. But I just don't know the purpose of the story when it comes to Blackbeard taking out Dragon. Like honestly, I just don't understand it. I feel like Dragon versus Blackbeard is something that it's just 2 parties who are just interacted, and that's what I feel. I don't feel like there's actually an initiation where Blackbeard takes out Dragon in a sense. Ancient weapon, maybe, I'm not too sure, but definitely believe that Blackbeard taking out Dragon, killing Dragon, is definitely, in my opinion, not a possibility. But a lot of people did bring it up because they did have interactions, but I just don't see it happening, guys. All in all, I just don't see it happening when it comes to Blackbeard killing Dragon. I think that's a no-no. So me shutting down the Akainu one, shutting down the Luffy one, and fanboying over the Gorosei one, what do I see Dragon dying? A shocking death, like the title says. Well, personally, I feel like the reveal of Imu, having the Gorosei bow down to an authority, the king of the world in a sense, with the spooky eyes, I believe there's gotta be a situation where Dragon, why did Dragon want to go strictly against the world government? What did he see? Maybe he knows about Imu and the way he's moving, and maybe he wants to take out Imu, and that's his final goal in a sense. If that's the case, Dragon versus Imu having a sick battle where we show Imu's full power, OP ability, Dragon's OP ability, and then having Dragon lose in the battle in a sense because of something that goes down, an interference of some sort, that would be crazy, honestly. Like seeing that, in my opinion, would be sick in a sense. I'm bringing back Star Wars, Mace Windu versus, of course, this is the Lord, of course, Palpatine. Like just seeing like a moment where Dragon does all his epic stuff, but he still loses in a battle, that would be cool in my opinion. And I believe, yes, Dragon, if he learned the truth and has the means to act upon it, and if they do have history, Imu versus Dragon and Imu killing Dragon might be a big plot point at near the end of the story, and might lead to, of course, Luffy versus Blackbeard is going to be a lot of people say one of the final battles in the story. But after the One Piece is found, there's going to be a huge war. What if there's Luffy versus Imu at the end? That would be intense. That would be crazy. And that would be super fun. Luffy finally toppling down the world's government in a sense and starting a new era, a new world where the Void Century isn't a huge involvement on the new era. I believe that would make it so cool, make it so badass, make it so epic, and make it just so fun, guys, all in all. So yes, I personally believe Luffy versus Imu at the end would be cool, and having Dragon die to Imu would also be pretty epic when it comes to the story aspect of One Piece. So that's my thoughts, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I love reading you guys' comments. Like I said, drop down your opinions on how Monkey D. Dragon will die? Like, that's actually a big question in the One Piece fan base. How will he die? Will he die? Like, if some people might not agree that he does die. I love reading all different kinds of opinions, and that's why we speculate, guys, because of course One Piece is on break, so has to be speculation. Wano is looking superb, but like I said, like and share if you enjoyed, like and share only if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.